Hi guys, and welcome back to another market vlog. You guys are going to be sick of market vlogs because we have so many coming up, but today we are at a pizza restaurant and we're at our first stop of the day. And what do you have?
A goat cheese and a matcha.
I have a croissant and I have an iced brown sugar oat milk shake and espresso. I usually don't get coffee in the morning, but you know what? I feel like we're gonna need it today. So this event is only from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. We have to be there at 10:30 and it's currently 9:30, so we have to get going because it's an hour to get there. But yeah, welcome to the vlog. Also, since we have 6 markets, I also got these Sunny Angels, so my sister's gonna pick out one Sunny Angel to open each market that we have, and that way we're able to open one of these for every market and it'll be something to look forward to every week. Okay, go ahead and pick. The dogs are very excited. Okay, this is the one for today. We'll see. Which one do you like?
I like...
My favorite one is the Dalmatian.
I think the lop ear rabbits.
Oh, the laying down one?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see what we get. Bye, Miso. Ta-da! We are all set up, you guys. So for this market, we only have a singular table. It's about 6 feet, but they are deeper than the usual folding tables that we have. But let me start because this looks so cute and so beautiful. So here on this side, I just have snugglers. I also have pumpkin pies because I think they're really cute and they do have eyes. And here we have some plushies that I really like personally. And we have my sunflower collections. Then up here, this is my newest pattern along with Addison's little tiny penguin pattern. And these baby penguins come with parents, so they're sold as a set. And then we have 2 little turtles up here. Moving down, we have the little gingerbread guys. And I'm not sure if I posted this video yet or not, but I did make some gingerbread babies and they have either peppermint buttons or some sugary jelly looking buttons. Then we have a little elf, and these plushies kind of just look good together color-wise, so that's why they're there. And then zooming on out, we have my Christmas bears. I love these guys so much. I really hope they find new homes. The gingerbread one is my favorite. And then on the main table, we also have some Grinches. This is what I label them at on my markets. And then we also have a little turtle. And over here, I love this section so much. And I love the gingerbread star cookies. I think they're adorable. We have $7 mini turtles. We have an elf. We have some Christmas trees, a snowflake, Yetis, my little mice. Oh, we have some lights here too. These hanging lights. I think I have one more by the penguins. And ta-da, little Christmas trees. But here's the setup. I do have way more inventory, but for right now, this is all I'm putting out, and I think it looks good. I'm freaking out a little bit. I sold my gingerbread bear. He is my favorite bear, and he was the first sale of today, and I love him so much. He went to the sweetest little girl. She really wanted him, so I'm glad that she was able to grab him. Hey guys, we are halfway through the event, right? It's 2? Oh no, it's not even 2 yet. So far we made $279. We sold one of my Christmas trees, the ones with all the beads. We sold the jelly cat looking one. We sold one star cookie with all the pearls and stuff. A turtle. But those are like some of the holiday stuff that I sold that I really loved, and I'm so glad that people are enjoying them. So we'll check in a little bit, but I think I'm gonna get pizza from here before we leave, and my sister's gonna pick it up for me. This is some of the best pizza ever. So delicious. So since I have limited space this market, I have this bin full of little items, and if I see that people are wanting to like look at more stuff, but they're just kind of shy to ask, I give them this bin so they can put on top of my table, and they look through it and see if if this has anything that they like, and I've actually got a few sales from doing that. Alright friends, the market is over, and you know what time it is? It is time to open a Sunny. So my sister picked this morning. Here are the options: the elephant, sloth, duck, Dalmatian, piggy, and lop-ear rabbit. The Dalmatian is my favorite, but I really want the secret. It's a little sheep in a Santa costume. So we'll see. I don't think it's gonna be that. That's not a bad pop.
No.
That's pretty good. Oh, if I press harder, maybe. Okay. This is the bunny, I think. Yes, it's the bunny. So it comes in two parts, the bunny and the little pillow. And it looks like this. So this is our first market and our first Sunny Angel. So I'll see you guys next week for another market, and of course we'll do a recap after I get home. But basically this market was kind of slow. We've done this market before and I like doing this market a lot, but I've never done the weekend of Thanksgiving, so maybe that has something to do with it. Usually we do like mid-December, kind of early to mid-December, and it's usually a lot better than this, but that's okay. I tried it out, so we're also here next week, so we'll see how that goes. I'll compare the two, but I think I'm also going to package up my penguins into little baggies because a lot of people just wanted the minis, and I'm not selling the minis separately from the big ones, so I think I definitely have to put those together in like a little bag and as a little gift set, because it'll just make it easier, even though I had a sign and everything, you know. Anyways,
People refuse to read.
Anyways, so we're gonna get home now. We're gonna hit a lot of traffic, and it's also raining, as you guys can see, and I will give you guys a recap shortly. Welcome back to the market recap, you guys. Okay, I will say this first of all because I feel like I do such a poor job of explaining my markets, but for this market, this was hosted in a pizzeria. It's one of the best pizzerias ever. I love going there a lot. But anyways, so it was in one of their, I want to say this was like the DJ dance room. It was, it's like on the side of the restaurant. But basically, like if you're in the restaurant, you can come in and out, like it's right there. And for these events, I've done them for the past 3 years. I don't really have to bring anything to set up besides my display stuff, so no chairs, no tables. I do have to bring a tablecloth for the table, but yeah, no tent obviously because it's indoors, so it's really light on things that I have to bring, which I love markets like that. I really I'm not a fan of markets that are outside and I have to bring my tent and all these things. I do them anyways, but they are not my favorite, and I much prefer indoor events where I don't have to bring basically anything. I do other indoor events where I do have to bring tables and chairs, but anyways, this is why this is my favorite market to do. And usually this market does very well, and I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, usually this market is really great. There's a lot of people, a lot of foot traffic. This week, for whatever reason, there really wasn't a lot of foot traffic, which surprised me because like I said, usually this place is really busy. However, I will blame that on Thanksgiving weekend, hoping that like people were just like, you know, out of the state or whatever, they were out. Also, it was after Black Friday, so I'm just gonna chalk it up to that, because I really do love this market and I don't want to have to give up this market because it's not doing as well anymore. So with that being said, we are doing the same market next week. Hopefully the sales will be better. We're doing it on a Sunday again, and these are the only 2 markets that I am doing there. I think they had one more date, but I had something else that day, so I didn't register for all 3 events or all 3 dates. But anyways, with all that being said, yeah, there wasn't a lot of foot traffic, which I was surprised by. My sister was too. And at one point I looked around and literally all the vendors were either working on stuff for their small business, like a bunch of jewelry vendors were just making items or like finishing up items to like display or whatever, or people were on their phones, and I was so shocked because usually it's hard to catch a break at this venue. So anyways, I am a little disappointed in how it went down, but that's okay because hopefully next week or this coming week as I'm filming this, we can redeem ourselves, okay? But with that being said, I did sell quite a few things that I really loved. Like I told you guys, I sold my gingerbread bear. That was the first item that sold, and this little girl, like you can tell the mom did not necessarily want to spend as much as they did. The bear was $60. She didn't necessarily want to spend that much, but her daughter was like so insistent. She's like everything is cute, but this one's my favorite. And I was like, girl, it's my favorite too. So anyway, the gingerbread sold for $60. I also did sell a bear snuggler, and it was to a woman I believe whose daughter was expecting. I don't know if I made that up, but she was definitely buying it for someone who was expecting. So she got a bear snuggler. We also sold my Christmas tree, the one with all the beads, and I was so excited about it because that one is my favorite. Here's a picture of it, and it kind of looks like my tree right here in the back. But anyways, I was so happy that sold. I do still have my other Christmas tree, which is okay because we're doing an event at a Christmas tree farm, not this week, but the week after. So I am probably going to make a couple more. We also sold a baby turtle, a mini one. I sold a pumpkin pie for $15. I guess I should have told you the prices. All my snugglers made from my patterns are $45. The Christmas tree was $40. This specific mini turtle I sold for $5. They are usually $7, but I sold it to a vendor, my vendor neighbor, so I give vendors discounts whenever they buy stuff from me. I also sold one of my pumpkin pies for $15. I sold a pizza keychain for $15. And this time I didn't put out the game day plates like I did at my last market, but I did put out all the pizza ones because we were at a pizza restaurant, so I thought it was cute and on theme, and there you go, we made a sale from that. I did sell one small Grinch, so the only big Grinches that I had were the bright green made with Premier Chenille Basics, but I did want to differentiate between those two, so the small ones were $16 and the big ones were $18. I sold a turtle for $30. This is just a free-handed pattern. It's based on one of my patterns, but anyways, any turtle pattern will do. That's the kind of turtle that I sold. I also sold one of my Christmas trees from last year, the ones that look like they are Jellycat inspired. If you guys are looking for any pattern details, just leave me a comment down below with a timestamp of which plushie you're asking about, and I'll put the pattern down there. I sold 2 of my gingerbread stars, which I was so happy about because I love my little gingerbread star cookies. I thought they were so cute. I did sell one cat. It was like a mini cat from Murphy Crochet's like little mini makes patterns, and I sold another tiny turtle. So that gives us a grand total of $319. So on on average, I make about $850 at these markets usually. So that's why I was like, oh, like something's not right, but that's okay. We're gonna go next week and it'll be better and it'll be great. So that is all for today's video. Also, you guys, for whatever reason, I forgot to bring bags to this market, like, you know, merchandise bags, and I mean, it was okay. It wasn't a big deal. Usually customers don't ask for bags because they have their own, but I was like, why did I do that? I don't know. I was in a rush to pack. But with all that being said, I will see you guys next week for another market vlog, and hopefully you guys get to see my gingerbread video before that vlog goes up, because I actually still have to finish them up. I did not finish all of them for this market. I only had 5 of them ready, and actually none of them sold. So I don't know if it's because they were like too close to me or just the way they were displayed, but at the next market, I do want to display the Grinches and gingerbread babies a little bit different so that I feel like it's more appealing to the eye. But with all that being said, I will see you guys next week because I'm rambling. Bye!